Yo, what is up, guys? We're here to take a look at the OCG ban list, and it can kind of apply to the TCG in some ways. Sometimes we get unlucky, man. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out their version of the ban list. Keep in mind, guys, this is the OCG, but obviously we can take information from this and maybe apply it to the TCG. So anyways, first off, we're going to be using the Beyond the Duel site because, well, this one's in Japanese. First off, for Forbidden, Cannon Soldier, Toon Cannon Soldier, Magical Explosion. But why not Amazonas Archers? Okay, I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, well, anyways, if you guys didn't know, these cards were... I mean, ABC was a deck that could still run, but they can still pull off FTKs, of course, with these two cards. There's a lot of variants with, of course, Amazonas Archers, which I guess they're just like Amazonas Archers. You can play that, go ahead. Or you can play other cards that change things to darks, and there's like tribute. Like, there's one card that tributes like a... it's like tribute one dark monster and inflicts a certain amount of damage. It's like the same exact thing, but nonetheless, these are obviously better options for pulling off FTKs. I guess they're really trying to get rid of FTKs, but there's always variants. And in fact, I even feel like a lot of decks just make those turn 1 boards where it's like you just can't even Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways. But I guess this is a step in the right direction or the wrong direction, I guess, if you were playing APCs, because Sky Strikers were the best deck. Okay, let's wait, though. Looks like we're running into the limited, so cards that are now at 1 copy of. So Astrograph Sorceress. Or Sorcerer, because this was at 3 and now it's at 1. That's actually a pretty big hit to Pendulum decks. And then also Harmonizing Magician and Electromite. That actually hits a lot of different decks, but as far as I'm aware of, Pendulum Magicians were the only deck that would really utilize it, and obviously that's why it's more likely on this list. Next up, though, we do have the Sky Striker card, the Hornet Drones. So Hornet now at 1. That's it, though. Hold on, we'll see if there's anything else. Maybe they put everything else at 2. I don't know. But they put Hornet Drones at 1, and then also Set Rotation is now at 1, which is basically just extra field spell cards. But in the OCG, I believe Terraforming, it was actually at a pretty low number. Let me double check that really quick. Terraforming is at 1, and then obviously in the TCG, we got triple copies of Terraforming, so we probably don't see as much Set Rotation, although there are decks that can definitely utilize Set Rotation just so you can lock your opponent out of playing their field spell. But what the heck is a Shaddoll's? What the heck? Like, semi-limited? Wait, dude, we don't even get one Shaddall construct, but the OCG get double. Shaddolls are pretty much irrelevant. There was a Dinosaur Shaddall variant. Very cool stuff indeed. But for the most part, it's not relevant. You know what I'm saying? But that's really cool. That I like their ban list much more. I mean, it allows a lot more things to be playable. Looks like we also have Drone at 2, and then the Terratop also. And in fact, I believe Terratop. Is it Terror-Top? Oh, Terratop. Okay, let's type in Speedroid. I don't remember what this was at in the OCG before. Oops. We want to go to. So in the TCG, it's still at 1. In the OCG, it's still at 1. But obviously, now we got double. So I guess we have more of a rank 3 engine in the game. That's pretty cool. And then obviously we have, Disc Commander now at double. I believe this was a change that they errated already, so don't even worry about it. And then we have Teleport now at 2. In fact, I want to say that it hasn't seen any play in the OCG either. Yeah, it hasn't seen any play in the OCG. So it looks like they're trying to support some other things. Yo, where are the Super Quantal set? No one's playing Super Quantals in 2018. Alright, anyways, next up for cards, are we going straight to 3? Yo, we don't even have one trait in the TCG, if I remember correctly. SHRUIT. It's still banned, and the OCG was at 2 and it wasn't doing anything, so there's like, just go put it at 3, see if anyone decides to play this deck. Well, that's pretty interesting. And then Ice Bell is also unlimited. Actually, I don't recall what this was at. Is it Ice Bell? Oh, so it was at 2. That's like a small little difference. Obviously, that makes Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon much more consistent. That's pretty much what most people use Ice Bell for anyways, but it is now going to be at 3. And then we also have Mathematician. I mean, it was kind of a slow card in the first place. It was a popular card for sure when it came out. And then also we have Card of Demise and the True Draco Heritage. All these cards are now at 3. But, wow, okay, so obviously in the TCG, most popular deck is Sky Striker Trickstars. Definitely, especially with the new ruling that we have in the TCG with, of course, the new going over into time. But as far as this list goes, do you guys think that Sky Strikers, are they done with only one heart? This is a very important card in the deck. Although technically with some cards you can kind of recycle some cards. Was a multi-roll. But for the most part, that's a pretty big hit. But I still think that there are going to be very, very viable. I mean, Magicians, that's a huge hit. You hit multiple cards. But but what's funny is Magicians, I would not say that they were the top deck. They were a top deck, but they weren't like in the hands down #1 spot. So you hit 3 of their cards, but the #1 deck, the thing that everyone's splashing, you know, their cards into, you hit 1 of their cards. I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit unfair. I think that Magicians. Okay, this is my personal take on it. 100% fine with them getting rid of FTKs. I wish they would make things a lot easier to break boards. Keep in mind, guys, Maxi is at 3 in the OCG. So if you Maxi and maybe drew like, you know, any type of Veiler or any type of hand traps, you could stop these much more relevant. So hopefully the TCG will follow in suit of this. In fact, a lot of their FTKs have actually been hit. Obviously, the Nightingale has been hit. But for the most part, yeah, I think these are like good things for the game. I think most people will agree. FTKs are not the most fun thing to run into. But I really feel like Sky Strikers, like for me, the Engage is like the card that is just, it's too free. They just keep on going for them, man. I think that maybe should have been hit, but I don't know. These are my personal opinions. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this OCG ban list, and let me know what you think will be hit in the TCG. Personally, for me, I definitely see them potentially, well, I mean, an Astrograph Sorcerer, hold on, that's Astro. Graph Sorcerer in the OCG, well, it was at 3, like I said before, but we don't even have 1, so I don't know if this will be that important hit. Pendulums are still good, don't get me wrong. I mean, in fact, the best actors aren't even that bad at all either. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down below. But I still think that Pendulums can definitely do some stuff. Obviously, this is like a pretty big hit, but there's a lot of turn 1 decks, like turn 1 boards that they end up making that you just can't play anyways. But I just feel like the hit wasn't enough to Sky Strikers, unless you guys want them to be more relevant for like another list. So maybe next list they'll get hit, but who knows? Maybe, I mean, these cards are like the whole deck's like over $1,000 at this point right now in the game for a competitive like Sky Striker deck. But nonetheless, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section below. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to be updated on the latest ban list. Of course, when the TCG ban list comes out, we'll definitely talk about it. But I really wish they would put Shadal's at a few in the TCG. At least give us 1 construct. At least give us 1 shred. Like, give us, like, a few. I mean, they've got, like, double Stratos and, like, heroes. What are they doing? Exactly. That's why you give us triple Stratos, and you'll see how happy the players are. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm signing out.